my channel. Here we are going to be working on this mechanical drawing problem, and as instruction says here that figure 3 shows two views of a cast lever bracket. The bracket is clamped to the diameter 65 axle by a bolt passing through the 40 diameter hole and screwed into the M38 threaded hole. The bolt is hexagonal headed and 130 long. The length of the thread is 90. A portion of the side is positioned and the bolt screwed tight. Alright, so this is the diagram that is being talked about. Actually, the bolt is not shown here. Then we are going to be looking at how you can solve this problem. Here we have the question that says, draw full size first angle photograph projection. Question A, the given plan. Question B, a sectional front view on AA. And question C, a sectional end view on BB. Alright, so those are the questions that we are to solve. But first of all, we are asked to draw the given plan. So the given plan that we're asked to draw, we are going to put in the bolt into this. Looking at dimensions that we have here, they are very, very big to me. So I'm going to make use of a scale. And the scale that I'm going to use is 1:2. What does that imply? It means that I'm going to divide each dimension by 2. I'm going to divide each dimension by 2. So if you follow the method that I'm going to use by making use of a scale, dividing each by 2, at the end of your solution, so make sure you state the scale 1:2. And if you go on, draw it in full size as instructed, no problem, you don't have to write the scale. But for me, I'm going to divide each dimension by 2, make use of a scale of 1:2. Alright, so let's start with that of the plan. We are asked to draw the given plan, but the given plan is not just the way we see it here. We have to put in the bolt as given in the question. So for the dimensions that we have here, so we just need to replicate this and then put in the bolt here. So this is where the bolt is supposed to be. So here we have that. So we have so this distance from this center line to this point, we have it to be 76 millimeters, and from center to this point here, we have it to be 212 millimeters. From here to here, we have 106. The thickness from here to here is 90, and then the thickness of this is 24, and then this diameter has this equals a diameter of 65, okay, and then the bolt, as it is entering a part of it here on this side, has a diameter of 40 millimeters. So, and then the thickness of this from here to here is 6 millimeters. This space that we have here, so is 6 millimeters. So I'm going to divide each dimension by 2. So let's start and see how this construction can be done. So we are going to replicate this first. So let's start and see how we can work this out. So first of all, we are going to draw a horizontal center line. So I will draw horizontal center line here. So it goes like this. Alright, so we have the horizontal center line. Then on this line, I'm going to take some measurement. And first of all, I'm going to come to this end here. So at this end, or before that, okay, so let me draw the center line of the two circles that we have there. So I'm going to draw a center line like this. Okay, so we have this center line now. So let's first of all position the circles, and the inner circle has a diameter of 65. So if I divide 65 by 2, so that will give me 32.5, and that 32.5 I have to divide into 2 because I'm making use of I'm dividing all dimensions by 2. So if I divide 32.5, so let's make it, let's say it is 32. So if I divide 32 by 2, that will give me, that will be 16 millimeters. So 16 millimeters, I will take a measurement of 16 millimeters here. Okay, so 16 millimeters, this is 16 millimeters. So position the pinpoint of the compass here, then I will draw a circle. So draw a circle like this. Okay, so we have this circle, so that's for the inner one. Then the bigger one, so the bigger one, the diameter is 112. It is given in look at where we have it. So we have it in the front elevation, 112 millimeters diameter from here to here. So that is for this big circle here. So 112 millimeters. If I divide 112 millimeters by 2, that will give me 56. So 56 by 2. So that will give me 28. So it is 28 that I'm using instead of 56. So 56 will be my own diameter, having divided by 2, or divided the given dimension by 2. So so 56 is my diameter. So half of 56 is 28. So I will take a measurement of 28 millimeters. So okay, so position it here. So I'm going to draw this circle. So it goes like this. So we have this circle. Alright, so this is the circle. Alright, so now the next thing that we are going to do is to so looking at what we have here, so this 90 that we have here, so here we have 90. So at this end from here to here is 90. So I divide 90 by 2, that is 45 millimeters. So if I divide 45 by 2, that will give me 22.5. But before I take that measurement, so I need to take some measurement before I take that. So coming here now, so coming here, I need to locate this center. So from this center here, I need to locate this center. So where we are going to insert the bolt, so I need to locate this center, and then the distance is given as 76. So I divide 76 by 2, so that will give me 38. So it is 38 that I'm taking for my own. So I will, from this center now, I will take 38 millimeters. So I will take 38 millimeters from this center here. So this is 38 millimeters here. So having gotten that 38, so the next thing that I'm going to do from there, so I also have to this side, I have a distance of a distance of 212 millimeters. So 212 by 2, so that will give me that's 106. So 106 millimeters. So I will take 106 millimeters. It is even still long. So this is 100 millimeters from that center. Then 6 millimeters. So to this side, so this is 6 millimeters. So that is 106 millimeters. So after this, I still need to extend this line that we have here. I need to extend it to the right side. So the distance are very long. Okay, so having done this, the next that I'm going to do, I also have, after this 106, I also have a distance of another 106. That is the end on the right side. So 106 by 2, that will give me 58. So from where this 106 stopped, so from where it stopped here, I will take a measurement of 56 millimeters. So this is 56 millimeters here. So this is going to be the end of the object on this side. So I'm going to draw a vertical line here like this. Okay, so having drawn this vertical line, so we now divide that 90 by 2. So 90 by 2 give us 45. 45 by 2, that's 22.5. So so let's see, so 22.5. We use my compass to take that distance, so that I can have the accurate distance on both sides. So 22.5. So I need to, this is 22.5 here. So putting it at this point. Okay, so I'll make an arc up here, and I make an arc down here. So you may not see the arc clearly. So we have the arc. So that is the end of the. So the next thing that we are going to do here now, having taken that distance as seen in diagram, is for me to draw a line. So from here, so I will draw a line from here to joining it to this point on the circle. So we make it a thick line at once. So making it a thick line at once. So I'll just draw a line from here to touch this part. Okay, so we have it like this. Then I will come here again. So drawing a line. So from here to touch this part of the object of the circle. So we have it like this. Alright, so we have that drawn. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do here on this part, we have a web. So the plan of a web in the front elevation is what is seen here. This is the web up here in the front elevation. Okay, so we have its plan. So this is how its plan is. Okay, so the thickness is 24. The thickness is 24. So if we divide 24 by 2, that will give us 12. And then that 12 we divide it by 2, that will give us 6. So don't forget that I'm making use of a scale of 1:2 based on because of the dimensions that you are given. They are very, very light. Even this paper will not contain it if I'm to go on with the given dimensions. So I'm making use of a scale of 1:2. And if you are following, if you are making use of the scale as I'm using it here, as I said, make sure at the end of the solution state the scale used. Okay, all right. So if we divide 12 by 2, that is 6. So here we have 6 here, up here, and then down here we also have 6 millimeters, so making 12 millimeters thickness. So we draw the plan of the web as shown in the given view and the given plan. So I'm to draw horizontal line. So I'm going to draw it as a thick line at once. So we draw like this to touch. It touches this point on the circle. Okay, then I will come here again. So draw a horizontal line, so to touch the circle. Okay, so that is the web, the plan of the web that we see in the front elevation. All right, so other thing that we see here, there is a particular there is a hole so in the object. So as we see it here in the plan, so it's also shown here in the front elevation. It's also shown here in the plan, and we have it to be M33. So M33. So if I divide this 33 by 2, is it 33 or 38? Sorry, 38 is 38, not 33. So 38 by 2, so that will give us 19. And 19 by 2, so that will give us 9.5. So 9.5. So 9.5. So just let's approximate it to 10. So let's make it 10. So if we make it 10, okay, make it 10. So this is 5 up, 5 down here. Okay, we have this. Okay. So then the length. So okay, so we have the length. So the length is where we have this 56. So the length of that hole where we can put the thread or threaded bolt is that of 108 that we have, which we have taken as 56. So we have it from here to here. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is to we are going to make a short dashes line. So make a short dashes line. Okay, so there is it. So as this is how we see it in the plan, because it is hidden when we are looking at it from the top. So it is hidden from us. So make a short dashes line. Okay, then also we have the same thing up here. Okay, all right, so we have this, And then so this is the if you look at the thread, so there is okay, just let me, all right, so there is another part that we have here. So I'm going to make use of this line, so just move up 1 millimeter away from all. So let's just move here, so almost close to this line. So draw short dashes line like this, just a little bit up the first one that we did. So the way it looks in the given view or in the given plan, so this may not look like that here. Okay, maybe this will be on this line. Okay, just let me leave it like this. Okay, so now the next thing that we are going to do is to work on this side so that we can insert the bolt. So what we have done so far, so we have worked on this part here, so we have worked on this part, so we now want to work around here. Now, so now how can we get this distance? Because distance that we are given here in the plan is from here to the center where we are going to put the bolt. So this is the center. So now what about this end here? What about this end? So we have to come here. So in the front view, so we are told that the radius of this curve, okay, is 50. So we'll not be using 50, so we'll be using 25 because we have to divide it by 2. So as I said, that we are making use of a scale of 1:2. So we are making use of 25. So first of all, before we do that, so we need to draw a center line here, so that where we are going to insert the bolt, so we draw a vertical center line, so through this. Okay, now so this is now the center that we are going to use. So what we have to do now is that we are going to take a measurement. We'll take a measurement of 20. Okay, so that radius will be the same as this, looking at what we have there. So we are going to make use of this radius here. So make use of this radius. So looking at what we have here, because there's a straight line that is connected, or is not actually straight, but what we are given in the front view is okay, I'm looking at, all right, so it may not, I don't think they are going to have the same. So we are making use of the radius of this big circle. So that is the radius that we are using. So because so it's the top view, so not the front view, so we can't make use of this radius, we can't make use of it. So it is the top view. So looking at it is looking look at the distance, it's almost the same as that of the big circle. So we are not making use of that radius in the front elevation. Okay, so we just need to take okay, so we just need to take this distance. Okay, all right, so we take that distance and we put at the center here, at this center. So put it at this center, so we make an arc here. So we make an arc here and make an arc here. All right, so here I'm going to draw a vertical line at this end here. Okay, then I will just join this together. So let's make it a thick line at once. So it goes like this to this point, and then coming here. So it goes like this at this point. All right, so we can make this a thick line. So we have this. All right, so what we are left to put here is the bolt. So the bolt, so it has a so the bolt end is hexagonal end, and the length of the bolt is 130 millimeters. So as we are told in the question that the both enter into a hole of diameter 40, and the size or the diameter of the bolt is 38. Okay, so it's 38. So we are going to divide that 38 by 2, so that will give us 19. Then we are going to multiply that 19 by 1.5, so multiply by 1.5. Okay, so for us to draw the hexagonal end of the boat. So let's work on the hexagonal end of the boat first. So what we are to do now is that I'm going to extend this line. So I will extend this line, so a bit down. Okay, so we have it. Okay, so coming up like this. Okay, I want to make sure we can see it. All right, so I will draw a horizontal center line here, and here I'm going to draw a semicircle. So if I multiply that 38 by 2, that is 19, and 19 times 1.5, that gives us 28.5. So we just make it 28. So 28 by 2, that gives us 14. So I take a measurement of 14 millimeters on the ruler, and then I will come to this point. Then I will draw a semicircle like this. Draw a semicircle here. Okay, so for this semicircle that we have here, so I'll just divide into 3. So just put it here, and then I'll put at this point. Okay, so make an arc here on this semicircle. So these 3 points that we have here, so these 3 points that we have here, I'm going to join them together to form the 3 sides of a hexagonal, of an hexagon. Okay, all right, so we join these 2 points, and then we join these 2 points together like this. All right, so I'm going to use this to form the hexagonal hinge of the boat. So here I will draw a vertical line from here to touch this line, and then draw from here, so to touch this line. Okay, and draw from this point to touch this line. Then lastly, I will draw from this point to touch this line here. All right, so okay, so what will be the thickness of the thickness of the hexagonal hinge of the bolt? So I'll just make it, I'll make it 17 millimeters. Just let's make it 17 millimeters. So though there's a formula that we are supposed to use to get the thickness, but I'll just make it 17 millimeters. Okay, so this is 17 millimeters here. So I'm going to draw horizontal line here. So draw horizontal line here like this. All right, so we need to make some curve on this. So we need to make some curve on this. Okay, so I usually make use of my French curve to do that. So at this point, so I'll make use of this to get the curve on this side. Okay, so we have this from here to here. Okay, all right, so then coming here, I'll do the same thing at this end, from here to here, like this. And then so in the middle one, so I'll just draw from here to here. All right, so then so here is, so we draw a line from here to here, and we make a chamfer here. Just draw like this, and then here we draw like this. Just draw a straight line to join this. Okay, so we now make this line. So we make this line a thick line. So we also make this line a thick line from here to here. Make this line a thick line, and make this line a thick line. All right, so then the next thing that we are going to do here is that so for the threaded parts, so let me bring the diagram as given to us. Okay, so so what we are going to do now is, okay, so looking at the diagram here, so all to this, so we have what we have, it is M38, so we are divided that by 2, that gives us 19. So so 19 by 2, okay, so 19 by 2, so that gives us that's going to give us 9.5, so 9.5. So we have to come to this point here on this line, so we take 9.5, so 9.5, so let me take 9.5 with the compass. So here is 9.5, so here on this side, so make an arc here, and here we make an arc on this side, 9.5. So I'm going to draw a line here, I'm going to draw a line, a vertical line. So here we draw a vertical line like this, and then here, so we come to this side and draw a vertical line like this. Okay, alright, so there's something that you need to put here, but I'll do that. Okay, so having done this, the next thing that we are going to do is that so we are going to have this line shown hidden, okay, short dashes line, okay, short dashes line, so we make them short, or the line short dashes line. Okay, so we also have the same thing on this side, so we also have this drawn with short dashes line. Alright, so then we come in just like 1 millimeter in, so 1 millimeter in, so, and then so that will not just like 1 millimeter, so come in 1 millimeter and draw short dashes line from here up. Okay, so the thread does not reach the end here, so you do the same thing on this side like 1 millimeter in, so draw this line as short dashes line. Okay, the length of the boat, as we are told in the question, is 130 millimeters. So 130 millimeters, as we are told, 130. So 130 by 2, so that will give us 65. So 65. So 65 millimeters. So 65. So it will, okay. So we are going to have it showing outside here. So I'm going to, so I don't know if it is total length, so okay, it can be total length, so I think the threaded part, okay, so it will show outside here, so that's 65. We still have it coming out here like this, and then okay, so coming out here, showing outside, and then the same thing on this side, so showing outside here, that's remaining part, so showing, okay. Alright, so then maybe I'll just make a cuff, so a cuff around here, so it has a cuff edge, so I'll just try to form the cuff, so make use of my French cuff. Alright, so I'll just leave it like this. Alright, so that's it here. So the last thing that we are going to put here in the plan, so in the plan, the last thing that we are going to put, so we have a slot, so around here, so whose I mean this one, so it is 6 mm thick, or the space is 6 mm. So we are using a scale of 1:2, so it's going to be 3 millimeters. So I'll just make it 4 millimeters. So I will take 2 from this center, I will take 2 millimeters down, so 2 millimeters, so down the line, okay, and 2 millimeters up the line, so this is 2 millimeters. So here I'm going to draw a line. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line. So it goes from here to here. And then, so for this one, so it goes from here to here. Alright, so this line be a thick line. So this will be a thick line. Okay, so to this end. Okay, and then this will also be a thick line to this end, like this, just to touch the circle as we see it in the given plan. Okay, so okay, touches this small circle, so we need to extend it to touch the small circle. So we also extend this to touch a small circle. Alright, so we have drawn the plan as we are instructed. The boat has been put in, so it's as simple as I've done it here. So let's meet on the sectional view. Thank you and God bless you.